Today we're going to talk about the Core.NV project at Nevada, the state of Nevada. Pretty massive project. They have had some successes lately, uh, at least that they've published, and we want to dive deep into what that means and what that project is. In a nutshell, it is modernization of their existing ERP stack, sounds like. And they've used CGI, which is a major software development company, our neighbors here in Knoxville, actually. So shout out to CGI, and they've done a what seems like a fantastic job with Nevada. Um, my name is AV. I'm the founder and CEO at Avero. Avero is an independent third-party consulting firm that focuses on local governments across the country and helping them modernize their operations through selecting the right ERP system, through uh, business process redesign, through implementing and inserting AI into their processes, and just generally helping them think about how to strategically modernize their operations because you can't just take it on overnight. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of theory and academics that go behind it because you don't just want to go buy a piece of software that doesn't work. So that's where we come in. We are your independent third party advisors. We don't affiliate or align with any particular vendors out there, although we have relationships with them. So that helps us be completely independent and in your corner as you go through the stages of modernization. So with that, I am going to kick this off and tell you a little bit about what we are doing here. And please pop into the chat box and tell me where you're joining from. I know we have a global audience, and I'm thankful for everyone that tunes in every week. So tell us where you're calling in from, checking in from, and send your questions. Let's keep this interactive. Solo live casts are they're lonely. So send me questions. So let's keep this interactive. Um, what I want to talk about today is Nevada's um, modernization efforts. I'm going to share my screen here real quick to show you what I was reading, and this is on GovTech. Um, the website. Sorry, am I in the way? I am in the way. I don't know how to do this. So I'm going to stop sharing and fix it. Entire screen, small. There you go. All right. So what we're talking about, Nevada meets ERP milestones, setting up other modernizations. So that caught my eye. What does that mean? What does meets milestone mean? Did they go live? Did they completely modernize their systems? Did they do something groundbreaking? What are they doing? So upon further digging into it, it's phase one of the Core.NV project that was completed in January this year. And they claim to have set the foundation for its enterprise resource planning update, according to the CIO, who clearly is leading the charge here. And they are working with CGI, like I said, to um, modernize their operations. So phase 1A, not just phase one, and they've done it in 15 months, which is absolutely extraordinary for any large implementation, especially when they're talking state governments. Yeah, and a state like Nevada, not a lot of population, but it's huge, and there's a lot of moving parts because of large urban and commercial centers. So the next phase is 1B, which entails the state's human resources module, and the CIO expects to see it completed by late spring or early summer this year. So I don't know when they started. I don't know what the scope was. I don't know what the existing product was. Uh, but this seems like a very aggressive timeline. That again makes me dig into it more because I don't doubt that they're doing it. I just want to know how. Because typically for a project this size for a state government should be a multi-year effort. And is it the partnerships? Is it the tech stack? Is it the product they've chosen? What is it that makes them move so quickly? Is my primary area of interest here. So, and they're doing Department of Health and Human Services with NV Kids Project. They're also launching it together, and it recently launched this No Wrong Door project, which will save time for people applying for human services. So this is This is pretty ambitious. So I know it's not necessarily the ERP related, but no wrong door projects have been they've been thought of, and they have been pursued for a long, long time. I think 2005 or six, I was working with a county in Maryland where we were talking about no wrong door, where you don't want people coming in multiple times and giving their personal information multiple times to get services that they need today, right? You don't want to be homeless, or you don't want to be out of certain medication, and here you are standing in line with other people that don't need emergency services, but they're asking you for information over and over again. There was a process that we mapped. It was for temporary cash assistance. And as we mapped this process across the department, across various different locations that they were doing intake at, they were asking an individual that needed temporary cash assistance for their social security number 26 different times in a 140 step process. So the no wrong door approach to health and human services is ambitious. It's been talked about. It's been done in several places. So I'd be curious to see how Nevada does it. So anyway, back to their Core.NV project. Um, I'm really excited to dive deep into this because it impacts how we do business with our clients, what we talk about, how what speed these projects can be achieved at. Because a lot of times before we start these engagements, the client's natural question is how long is it going to take? Are we going to be done in 1 month, 6 months, a year? And the typical answer has been 18 to 24 months for a medium-sized city. Now with products like Workday launching their launch product, SAP moving in quickly with their modular sales approach, those timelines need a heavy dose of it depends, right? So for a state like Nevada, how you do it in 4 or 5 months on an HCM system is interesting for me to see. So whether you're a government official, IT professional, is just curious about how tech can improve public services, you're in the right place. Please follow us on LinkedIn. Please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. There's a lot of great free stuff out there. You don't have to be a client or customer to avail of those opportunities. But today we're going to explore the Core.NV project. It's an ambitious effort to modernize Nevada's enterprise resource planning, or ERP, system. We'll also take a deep look at related initiatives like NV Kids and No Wrong Door, and reflect on lessons from a past project called Smart 21. I don't know what happened there, but there was a project in 2021 that didn't go as well. I don't know, but that was the previous ERP modernization attempt, and it was canceled in 2023. And supposedly they spent um, over $100 million with no results. That is not good for any project. Forget about a large state. So let's start with the background. What is the importance of ERP in government? Um, the basics. What's an ERP system? We all know this. It stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. It helps organizations manage their business activities, financials, HR, payroll, asset management, what have you. So it's all in one system if it's not best of breed. And looks like Nevada is going all in on the Core.NV product. So picture this: every time a state employee gets paid, a vendor submits an invoice, or a budget report is created, the ERP system is working. It's the backbone of the government operation. But when these systems are outdated, things can go wrong. There's a lot of paper, there's workarounds to workarounds, and people just feel like they don't have the right tools to do good work, which is what they're there to do, right? It's very smart people work at our clients. Um, but if you have ever dealt with a slow government process, there's a chance that an old ERP system, an old enterprise system, and older software might be a part of the problem. And we've talked about the challenges of older systems for a while now on these channels. Um, they're not only slow; they're rigid. They don't move quite with the times, and they're susceptible to cyber attacks just because the security isn't quite built into the stack. Um, But updating ERP systems, as we know, is not just about technology. It's about people. It's about delivering better, faster, and more reliable services to residents. So that is the goal of the Core.NV project. I'm going to pause here to see if there's questions. There's a few. Which modern cloud-based solutions should municipalities be rethinking how long they spend in the discovery and selection phases? We've talked about it quite a bit. Take as much time as you want, as you need. There is no rush. I know there's deadlines when you sign contracts, but you need to take your time and decide exactly how you want a new product to work for you, especially now. It's the Wild West with AI and no-code platforms. Um, it's fascinating how much power customers have today to make decisions. You're not stuck with two or three bad choices. There's a lot of options out there. So Core.NV, the star of the show. So it was launched in 2022, 3 years ago, and it's Nevada's plan to replace an outdated ERP system with a modern cloud-based solution. And the goal is to integrate financial and human resources data into one platform, making state operations smoother and more transparent. So leading this effort was CGI. CGI is a global software development firm. They do a lot of work in state and local government, federal space a lot, and they're in the same building as us in the Knoxville Center, and um, and they are involved in this project. They're implementing CGI Advantage, which is a an ERP solution that's been around for a long time. I in fact worked on their ERP CGI Advantage deployment for the city of Cleveland many years ago. But it's an ERP built specifically for government, for public sector needs. And moving to the cloud means Nevada gets flexibility, automatic updates, stronger security, all of the promises that a modern cloud-based SaaS solution provides. So when they say that they finished phase 1A of this project, uh, it means that a big milestone that recently was completed, phase 1A. In this phase, Nevada focused on upgrading its financial management systems, its budgeting, accounting, and procurement systems. And now the state can process transactions faster, pull real-time financial reports, and stay compliant. And it took just 15 months to get this done, which is impressive for a project this scale, but it also raises questions. What does go live mean? Is the CIO the only happy person plus CGI? What about the business users? So when articles like this talk about the CIO being happy about a product, I hope they're taking into account user feedback, the end users that will actually be doing work within the system, the people that are cutting checks, that are approving invoices, that are applying for jobs and managing their own benefits. So that's an unknown. Uh, Primarily because this article is the only one that I've been going through, and I used AI to do some more deep research into this. So um, the CIO said this milestone demonstrates that we can deliver on large, complex technology projects within the state of Nevada. Phase 1A isn't just a win; it's the foundation for everything that comes next. So I think what they're saying is building CGI Advantage as a platform where now they're going to take all of these other projects and enterprise systems and custom build on this platform. Again, customizations have been that's been a dirty word over the last 10 years because of the promise of SaaS and out of the box functionality, but it may be making a comeback. I'm not 100% clear in where my thoughts are on that today. But given the advent and the rise of, again, agentic systems, um, products like um, products like Cursor, there is a strong chance that people can build microservices and systems for you. Um, the next thing to talk about is NV Kids. Core.NV isn't the only game in town, according to Nevada. Nevada is also tackling other modernization projects to improve specific services. Take NV Kids, for example. This initiative is updating the state's child support system, replacing a decades old platform. These are systems that are fraught with legacy problems. They are built on bad stacks, and at the same time, we're running large scale programs on these systems, and a lot of people rely on them, so they can't break. Like, you can have a no wrong door approach, but if your product doesn't work, if your system doesn't work, if it doesn't let you determine someone's eligibility for those systems, it's not good.